So here we are at Rainbow Beach, and I'm interviewing Alison, Anastacio. And I was just wondering if you can introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do here at the park.
I'm Alison Anastacio. I'm a biologist, and I am the Chicago Park District Volunteer Site Steward for Rainbow Beach. So, as a site steward, what I do is coordinate efforts by the local community to take part in the restoration, monitoring, and general maintenance of the dune habitat here at Rainbow Beach.
Okay, and so can you tell us a little bit about the park's history?
Sure. The park here has been a beach for most of its time. I'm not sure exactly when it was established in Chicago as a beach, but it is, like much of the Chicago shoreline, it wasn't originally a beach, but is sitting on landfill. And what we've done here in the dune area is to reconstruct a dune habitat characteristic of the dunes that are in Illinois, and also somewhat like the dunes in Indiana at the southern end of Lake Michigan.
Okay.
And specifically for this natural area, they stopped grooming the beach down at this end, at the eastern end, and started planting, first with marram grass in about 2002 was the first time they planted marram grass. They've done a couple of other marram grass plantings in addition to prairie forbs.
Okay. And can you tell us a little about the history, like way back in I believe it was the 60s?
Oh, right. So, one thing that has nothing to do with the natural area, but in the history of Rainbow Beach, is that it was the site for a race riot, I believe, in the early 60s. So, as some of the other local residents were saying, I believe that the beach was segregated and that the black residents in the community did not feel very welcome at this beach. And a bunch of students from local high schools and universities staged a protest on the beach. And I honestly don't know what the resolution was.
Okay.
But at some point, obviously, it was no longer segregated.
Okay, that's good. So let's see what other questions we have. So what are some of the specific goals you have for this park?
So what we want to do here is replicate a native dune habitat. And so that's what we're trying to do sort of vegetatively, or in regard to the vegetation. But we also really want people to know about this place and use this nature area to learn about the plants that live in a dune habitat, to understand dune succession, and for local residents, especially kids, to be involved in the stewardship of this site. And that will hopefully really contribute to them gaining more of an appreciation of natural areas, especially those in their own neighborhood.
Okay. And I know that today we were cleaning up trash. What are some of the specific problems that trash poses for this area?
Well, one thing, especially when we're talking about getting humans to get along with nature, it's ugly. So it's a real eyesore. And for a habitat like this that's part of a city park, we really want to reduce that. We want people to not treat it like a trash dump and instead take care of it. As far as the plants go, of course, having trash piled up on top of you means that you're not as good at photosynthesizing, for instance, and it can create some microhabitats where or plants don't get all the things that they need because there are these exotic invaders like garbage that are in the way. Also, I would say much garbage has chemicals on it, which are not going to be good, and also especially since we found so much plastic bags and stuff,
Right.
they don't biodegrade. So
Okay.
they're going to be around for a long time.
Okay. So I'm at 5 minutes now. I think that's
Okay,
pretty
great.
much all I need.